Oh no, it is a 0. It is a ZVZ. It is 0 versus Crazy-Hydra. Ah. Oh. 0 versus Crazy-Hydra. I'm gonna call him CH because his name is just way too long for my overlay. Actually, I'm gonna call him Crazy H. Yeah, now he sounds like a rapper or something. It's Crazy H. He's 9 and 7. He's pretty good. Okay, wait a minute. I need to like play. Let me just play the draft video a second just to make sure I have sound out of my right ear. Yes, I do. Okay, so it's actually this stream has only left sound for some reason. I have no idea why. That's so weird. Alright. Who wills? We have mono sound, but it's like not even proper mono. It's just broken stereo. Sunset 2. Sunset 2. In. The bottom left is the... Or wait. God damn it. As the red circle in the bottom left. We have Woongjin Stars 0. In the top right. As the blue Zerg, we have Crazy-Hydra. aka Crazy H. Hide! I love how buffers right there. Ah, glorious. Epic buffer timing. Hide your face. Hide your kids. Sorry, I'm eating an orange. Oh no, hide your face! I like that hide. That was a bit of more of a demure hiding of the face. Anyway, looks like 15 pool from both players. Or possibly 14 and I wasn't paying attention. Oh, why are they showing her again? That's not very nice. Silly camera guy. I love how so many people are now confused about them hiding. Hide! So there's a number of reasons, by the way, that I've heard of for this. The simplest and most obvious one is that they're just shy and embarrassed and whatnot about being on TV, because this is broadcast on like cable TV in Korea. The other one is apparently that some of these kids are supposed to be in school, and they're actually like skipping class to go to Pro League, so they're like trying to hide, and so that their like parents don't see them on TV or something. That sounds a little bit strange to me, but I can definitely see it happening. And by the way, for people who are like, well, Sayle, it's the weekend, they wouldn't be in school anyway. Actually, in a lot of Asian countries, well, I should say like East Asian countries, like there's like weekend cram school and stuff. There's like cram schools that you go to after normal school and also on the weekends as well. So it's definitely possible that they could actually have class right now. Actually, I think in Japan, Saturday classes are pretty standard. In fact, not 100% sure about that one though. Anyway, so looks like there's a faster gas, I should say, for Bluezer. Who's Bluezer? Crazy-Hydra. So he's got his link speed already on the way, whereas Zero still just started mining his gas. Oh, we might lose a drone here. Ooh, loses one drone. Oh, he might lose a second drone. Oh my god, he might lose a second drone. Oh, run, run, run. Oh no, he loses 2 drones. Oh no. He lost 2 drones to just 2 lings running in. That is not very good. That is in fact not very good. But anyway, is he? Oh no, he's attacking the depot. For a second I thought he was pulling an Hydra and just like attacking his own hatchery there for a second. He's like, well, if Greg Fields can kill his own hatchery and win, I should show people that I can too. Anyway, interestingly, Crazy-Hydra went for the Zergling speed first and then the Baneling Nest, whereas Zero actually went the opposite order. He went Baneling Nest and then Zergling speed. So his Baneling Nest actually finished, it looks like. We're just finishing up now. Whereas Crazy-Hydra's speed is finished, but his Baneling Nest is a little bit further off. As you can see there, the little wings popping out on those lings, going to make them go super speed. They have now drank their Red Bull. But not too many of them out, so they're just going to back up here. Meanwhile, Spine Crawler going up for 0 as well. No Spine on the other side for Crazy-Hydra. So it's going to save him a drone and a bit of money. And the first couple of Banelings being morphed, looks like he's just morphing them back at home. Oh, actually, we do have a Ling run by going into the main base before the Banelings were finished. Can he snipe any drones here? Wants to make up those 2 drones that he lost earlier. Looks like doesn't manage to get a drone there as far as I could tell. And loses all but 1 of the Zerglings here. So Zero not doing a great job here in the counterattack. Meanwhile, looks like we have an evolution chamber at the front and a 3rd base already for Crazy-Hydra. Wow, Crazy-Hydra taking a very fast 3rd here. Apparently, he's very confident in his defensive Ling Baneling micro. But on the other side, we do have +1 carapace on the way for 0, and that's going to be very, very important because that's going to allow the Zerglings to survive a single Baneling hit. So it'll take 2 Banelings to finish those off, I believe. And that's going to be quite interesting. That's definitely going to mess up Crazy-Hydra's plans when he tries to defend against an attack that, I mean, should be coming as soon as Zero sees that 3rd base. Zero is going to have to punish this somehow. Looks like a few more units lost for Crazy-Hydra, or for Zero rather. But that's alright. Meanwhile, Crazy-Hydra is doing a nice little SimCity, like mini wall here at his natural. But obviously that doesn't really defend his 3rd base too much. It will just help against like Ling run-bys and stuff into the main base, I guess. Using that Roach Warren and Evolution Chamber to wall that. Meanwhile, 3rd base just now started for 0. Gonna get scouted by Crazy-Hydra. He might actually force a cancel on this hatchery if he targets it. I think he might get it. It's gonna be close. No, forced away at the last second. Wow, that was really, really close. 0 barely holding on to that. If he had to cancel that, that would have been huge. Because as we can see, Crazy-Hydra's hatchery is already finished here. But it looks like Crazy-Hydra is in fact sending down a couple more units, and by a couple I literally mean just like a Baneling more. Oh, nice move by 0 there, splitting off 1 Zergling, forcing that Baneling to detonate. So, very, very well done. Meanwhile, some more Ling engagements going on. It looks like 48 drones, I think that is, for Crazy-Hydra, going up to 50 drones out of 44. So Crazy-Hydra, or sorry, 0 actually 50 drones to the 44 of Crazy-Hydra, but that Baneling could be huge! Oh, it doesn't quite get the Baneling in the best position, and the Queen gets sniped. Nice move by 0. 0 actually now in a pretty good position with the drone lead, sniping that Queen at the 3rd base, and seems to be trading somewhat favorably in these Ling Baneling engagements. Doing a really good job splitting off those individual Lings against the Banelings. Meanwhile, looks like Infestation Pit is on the way for him. Infestation Pit just started for Crazy-Hydra. Looks like Overseer is going to check things out, is going to see the finished Infestation Pit there. Meanwhile, Roach production has begun for Crazy-Hydra. He's got 5 roaches on the field right now, but His Lings are getting taken down here in the middle of the map, but with those few Banelings, he should be fine. And, whoa, Zero trying to bait some early detonations here. Not going to do it this time. Crazy-Hydra well aware of his dastardly plans. Anyway, +1 range attack on the way for those roaches, as well as, whatchamacallit, pathogen glands for the infestors. +2 attack, though, is on the way for Crazy-Hydra, so he started those upgrades a lot earlier than Zero. I hope this buffering goes away. Go away, buffer, go away. Yes, good. Oh, Banelinga! Ooh, grabs a couple of drones there. I think it was just like 3 drones, so not the end of the world. Yep, looks like 5 workers killed in total. He had 2 workers killed before that, I think. And both players just getting the gases at their thirds. Gonna get that gas count up to make them infestors. But it seems that Crazy-Hydra switched into the roach production before Zero did. So Zero actually running around with these speedlings still. It's gonna be able to use the mobility to, you know, run around and be annoying and snipe drones and whatnot. But Crazy-Hydra now has a lot of roaches coming out on the map here. Look like pathogen glands about to finish, so both players have started infestor production. Actually, no, never mind. Zero started making infestors. No infestors in the production tab yet for Crazy-Hydra. Looks like he might just be trying to hit some kind of timing with these roaches. Although, where is he actually going? I thought he would try and go for the third, but he's actually got a lot of roaches outside of Zero's natural. No, he's actually backing up now. Was he like trying to intercept some link counterattack or something, going to his third? I'm not really sure about this roach positioning for Crazy-Hydra. Looks like a few links from Zero actually running to the main here. Gonna get a drone? Nope, not quite. A +2 attack and now just started for Zero as well. So Crazy-Hydra with a slight upgrade advantage here. And a slight numbers advantage as well in the roaches. Actually quite a significant one. 26 roaches to just 14. But 6 infestors out for Zero and no infestors for Crazy-Hydra. I'm very concerned by this. I thought he was going to go and just try and do some kind of timing and kill the third there. Before Zero got too many infestors and while he still had a nice roach advantage, but now he's just like behind on the infestor count and doesn't seem to be doing too much about it. Looks like he's actually just decided to take a 4th base here. Crazy-Hydra expanding very aggressively this game. Supplies are still very, very close, 133 or something to 140 or so, it looks like. Actually, it looks like 138 to 140 now. Either way, very, very, very tight game. And looks like, oh, okay, that's why Crazy-Hydra's attack upgrades ahead, because Zero actually got +1 carapace already. Okay, my bad. So Zero's at 1-1. But Crazy-Hydra is going to be at 2-0 pretty quickly. He's got to be careful to make sure that +2 finishes before he engages. It's just about 10 seconds away, not even 10 seconds, 5 seconds away. And it should be finishing. Yep, there it is, and the +1 carapace starts as well. So now it's 2-0 versus 1-1. And oh, nice fungal, catching 3 of the infestors. Isn't able to get a chain fungal though. Or is he? No, he does get it! No, he doesn't! Oh! Oh, he manages to grab 2 of the infestors. Doesn't get a 3rd one, but nice move by Zero. Gets 2 free infestors essentially, and now his infestor count is just way, way, way higher. Look at this, just 3 infestors for Crazy-Hydra against something like 8 or so for Zero. I didn't quite get a count there. However, that 4th base is going up for Crazy-Hydra. If that finishes, he will get a gas boost over Zero. We'll be able to catch up in the infestor count if Zero doesn't do too much about it. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, I can just look at the tab. Looks like 10 infestors against 6 now. So Crazy-Hydra catching up a little bit, but that infestor count is really what matters here. In these roach infestor wars. And looks like, yeah, as we can see, Crazy-Hydra immediately going for those gases. That is the crucial resource there. Doesn't care quite as much about those minerals. Both players banking a bit of extra minerals. Actually, Zero more so, it seems. And here we go. Looks like Zero has now decided now's the time to go. His +2 attack, I think, just finished there. So he's at 2-1 compared to the 2-0 of Crazy-Hydra. Crazy-Hydra's +1 carapace not quite done yet. Crazy-Hydra is getting Burrow. But obviously that doesn't do too much in these big army engagements. And it looks like meanwhile Zero also taking his 4th base while putting on this pressure. Gotta be very, very careful. Everything is very clumped up. Like those infestors especially. If Crazy-Hydra can get a chain fungal on those infestors, that'd be horrible for Zero. And looks like the first few Hydras are out though for Crazy-Hydra. Zero just sticking on pure roach for the time being. But not that many Hydras yet, so they won't make too big of a difference. Looks like a few beach balls launched first just to give some vision, and there we go. Here's the big engagement. I think it's slightly favorable for Crazy-Hydra. He gets a slightly wider area of the map there. Zero's units are a little bit more clumped. Crazy-Hydra also has the Hydralisks, but so many infested Terrans being lobbed by Zero. Crazy-Hydra, I think, might be in a bit of trouble. It's hard to tell. Yes, it looks like Zero is going to crush through as all those infested Terrans spawn. Pushing forward now with his roaches. However, he has used up all of his infestor energy, it looks like, so not going to be able to continue the push. And actually, it looks like Crazy-Hydra, upon pulling back a little bit away from those infested Terrans, is going to be able to crush most of the army. However, Zero does escape with almost all of his infestors intact, although with almost no energy. But they can obviously recharge that pretty quickly here. So decent attack by Zero. I mean, I still think Crazy-Hydra got a slightly better exchange there, having a slightly wider position. And it looks like this counterattack actually might be difficult for Zero to hold off. Looks like he's just going to counterattack and turn it into somewhat of a base trade here. Both players just sacrificing their 4th bases. And it looks like a few infested Terrans popping there. Actually, Zero's just going to ignore the 4th base and go straight into the 3rd here, getting a much better concave against these roaches. Nice transfuse there from the Queen, and it looks like actually Crazy-Hydra doing the same, just walking up to engage those units at the 3rd. Zero looks like still with a lot of roaches here. I don't know why Crazy-Hydra doesn't have more roaches coming out here. Crazy-Hydra is his macro slipping or something. Crazy-Hydra actually way behind in supply right now at 124 supply against the 172 supply of Zero. Crazy-Hydra, it looks like he's in a lot of trouble right now. He's got more roaches coming out, but this attack has been cleaned up by Zero, and now his 3rd base is actually under severe attack. He's losing a lot of drones there. I don't know why Crazy-Hydra just suddenly has no units. Looks like finally cleaning that up with a few roaches here, bringing a few spine crawlers over as well. But he's actually dropped to just below 100 supply, whereas Zero's still at like 160. So Crazy-Hydra is way behind right now. Looks like overall in the resources lost, favoring, or Crazy-Hydra rather, losing a little bit more. I think that's resources lost, right? And this is probably going to be the end of KT. I mean, if Zero wins this game, then Stars will take the series. Crazy-Hydra needs to win this game to force it to an ace match. Sad day for KT fans, I guess, losing their last 2 matches of Pro League. Although maybe I shouldn't speak too soon, of course. Crazy-Hydra, I guess in theory, can come back here, even though he's at like a 50 supply deficit. It's going to be very difficult for him. I think he's going to have to just get really lucky with some chain fungals or something. Like, if he can grab all of those infestors in a chain fungal, then he can kind of come back. But barring some kind of miracle like that, some kind of horrible mistake from Zero, I don't really see much of a chance for him. Zero now moving out with his Roach Infestor and a couple of slow Hydras in tow. Gotta be careful not to just A-move everything and let them get stuck on the Overlords. Ooh, nice little catch there. Grabbing a handful of Roaches in that fungal. Doesn't actually chain fungal it though, so lets some of them escape. And now Zero is about maxed, I believe. 140 supply for Crazy-Hydra. Zero, though, he's not deciding to attack. Oh, it looks like he's just trying to get a better angle here. And he has also mixed in a lot of Hydras now into his composition, so he's going to have a lot of DPS there from the back behind the Roaches. It's going to be really tough. He's also got really nice upgrades at 2-2. And here we go, moving in. Can he take down this 4th base of Crazy-Hydra? Crazy-Hydra can get a favorable engagement here. Maybe he can start the comeback trail, but looks like Zero. Wow, look at that nice spread by Zero. Although it looks like he does get a few of his infestors fungled there, so kept left a few of the infestors in front, even though he did a good fungal there good spread there to minimize the effect of fungals. Didn't actually end up engaging though. And looks like Zero's just playing this super carefully. I'm not sure how much I like this, because if he just sits around while being maxed, he's just kind of letting, or giving Crazy-Hydra the opportunity to get maxed as well. And that's just going to be a lot better for him in a big engagement. However, look at this, Zero, he's banking a lot of money, and he's also continuing, keeping up with those injects. So essentially, when the big engagement happens, he's going to be able to remax very quickly on Roaches, and Crazy-Hydra won't have that luxury. It's actually, hold that thought. Looks like a big engagement going. Big fungals on the Hydralisks, but a lot of infested Terrans being pooped out here. I think Crazy-Hydra needs to back up here. He should run away with those infestors. Oh no, he gets a few fungal there, loses them to the infested Terrans. His Roaches on the high ground at his natural are getting a favorable angle, but those infestors just now without support at all here at his 4th base. Launching a few infested Terrans, kind of hold off to stem the tide, but this is not looking good at all. There's so many Hydras here. Although if he gets a few more good fungals, maybe he can do something, but so many infested Terrans as well. I'm really not sure what he can do here. And Crazy-Hydra is on the ropes. He's getting pushed back here. This looks like he's going to lose his 4th base this time for real. A few units engaging here at the 3rd as well. I think Crazy-Hydra might be able to hold on to his 3rd, but he's definitely going to lose his 4th base. And that's just going to be... that's going to spell the end for him, I think. He's moving in with some Roaches, though. Looks like a lot of the Roaches of Zero are dead. So those Roaches... no, never mind. They're just hiding on the creep. It's just hard to see. And that's probably going to be it. Crazy-Hydra is going to try and hold on, but unfortunately just not enough stuff for him. Look at that, Zero with a swell of units from the back, using all his larvae, using his bank. And that's probably going to be game. Alright, GG Crazy-Hydra. You fought valiantly, but Zero was far too cool for you. And, well, drones coming out now. Oh, funneling the drones. Oh, that is mean. GG! And Zero closes out the series. Woongjin Stars takes the win and gives themselves the possibility of advancing. So essentially, what needs to happen now for them to advance is in the next match, which is coming up in just a second here, it's going to be Air Force Ace versus SK Telecom T1. If Air Force Ace beats SKT, then Stars will advance. If SKT wins, then they will advance. So essentially, SKT is playing for their playoff position right now in the next match. With this win, unfortunately for STX fans, STX has been knocked out. They needed KT and Ace both to win today to have a chance, but as we can see, Stars already won. So STX is